In this episode of Film Stock Reviews, I'm reviewing Season 1, Episode 3, Chapter 3 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now, this episode picks off where Episode 2, Chapter 2 left off after the 2-episode premiere of this series. And we find Leia and Obi-Wan still on the run and trying to get back Leia home, and it's great. The way this starts off is that we see Obi-Wan using the Force and trying to talk to, different masters like Yoda or Qui-Gon. We hear the voice of Yoda, we hear the voice of Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon Jinn, and it's fantastic. It's really, really good. All the while, it's edited into where we see Darth Vader. Hayden Christensen is back as Lord Vader, and just seeing Lord Vader being put together is great into his costume. Fantastic. Seeing his presence back on the small screen is absolutely fantastic. We've always seen him on the big screen in the movie theaters and just that towering presence. He's probably the greatest villain of all time in movie history. And then he returns. And yes, James Earl Jones does the voice of Darth Vader once again. It's so astonishing. It's mind-blowing when you hear the breath, the it's so good. You see the red lightsaber, you hear the voice. It's spine-tingling, it's chilling, it's fantastic. And basically, Vader and the Inquisitors are looking for Obi-Wan. There's an interesting lightsaber battle between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader near the end of this episode. Fire is involved, the illumination of how certain things are done. Cinematography is wonderful and fantastic. The craziness and the sure will of what Vader is to go through just to get to Obi-Wan is insane. He kills a lot of people in this town, and he just does his own thing. The third sister, of course, her character is just in your face forward. She doesn't care. She just wants Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the other Inquisitors are trying to calm her down. But hey, it's curious to see what's going to happen with these Inquisitors. Of course, we know that they aren't around in the future Star Wars films from Episode 4 on. Some are mentioned, some aren't, but it's really interesting how things are done, and it's great. I call this the Darth Vader episode, and the reason being is because Darth Vader is back. He is a huge presence, a hulking presence, and him using his Sith powers, it's just, it's incredible. It's fantastic. It's just seeing him in the darkness, and then all of a sudden him coming out of the darkness with the lights to his suit, with the red lightsaber, like just being illuminated, the whole aspect, and the noise of the lightsaber, going by the screen when Obi-Wan is trying to look for Lord Vader. As a Star Wars fan, as you can see, as a Star Wars fan, this episode was great. I absolutely loved it, and it was a nice callback. We know certain things happen to certain characters. We know Leia is fine. She survives because she grows older. We know what happens to Obi-Wan. We know what happens to Darth Vader. We know what happens to every single main character in this series or the Skywalker saga. But we don't know what happens to the underlying characters, like the Inquisitors, what happens to them, all the other factors. This is a very good episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and probably a very solid top 5 episode of the Star Wars TV shows, including The Mandalorian and The Book of Boba Fett. It's done really, really well. Deborah Chow is fantastic. Get her to direct a live-action Star Wars film, even along the likes of Bryce Dallas Howard, Dave Filoni, Robert Rodriguez, Jon Favreau. Get these 4 to do a big Star Wars movie, and it's going to be fantastic. This cemented that I have faith in where they're going now with Star Wars, and it's very curious to see what's going to happen next. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about Episode 3, Chapter 3 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think about seeing Darth Vader, Lord Vader, back on the screen again? What did you like about the aspect of seeing him? Did you not like it? Do you think more could have been done? And do you like hearing the voice of James Earl Jones as Darth Vader again? And what did you think about Hayden Christensen returning in this role? Let me know in the comment section below about the questions I just asked, and I'll see you guys in the next review video. And be sure you tune in next week for my episode 4, chapter 4 review of Obi-Wan Kenobi.